Hello, we are episode number 5. I can count. I know math. Wow. Um, and I have a very special guest with me. My concert and fangirling over Alex Warren and all these Irish and other artists that we love. Miss, if you want to introduce yourself, feel free.
Hi, my name is Miz. I have known Sarah for quite a few years now, and she's my music rant buddy.
Yes. So today we are going to be talking about our music tastes and whatever just comes to mind. I told Miss we had to discuss something that she sent me earlier, so we're going to discuss that. But yeah, so I guess we can start by talking about the music artists that we share a love for. So anyone that knows me knows I love One Direction, but
I do too.
yes, which is why Miss and I are like concert and music best friends at this point. But so One Direction and Niall, Harry, Liam, may he rest in peace. We can talk about that. And Louis, Zayn. I was a Zayn girl when I was really into, I mean, I'm still into One Direction, but like when they were, you know, cool. I was a Zayn girl, but now I've kind of started loving Niall and Harry a bit more. I've seen Niall in concert twice now. Um, Miss was living vicariously through me. I was sending her all my
Was
concert videos.
100%.
I was like, Miss, he played Night Changes. I'm not okay. Hold me.
It's okay, I wasn't okay when you sent it either.
I'm like, I know you're in a completely different state, but I am not okay.
Completely different opposite side of the country.
Right. Right. But yeah, so that's that. I wanted to see Harry again, but it was a school night and I was still working, so I was like,
Valid.
unfortunately, I can't. But hopefully one day I will see
Yes.
him again because his shows are
Yes.
so fun.
They seem fun.
Yes, I honestly, I really want to be part of like a conga line for treat people with kindness because I've seen those all over TikTok and they just look so fun.
They do look fun.
um, but yeah, that's our music taste. We're also into okay, well now that we're talking about Niall, him and Noah Khan.
I literally screamed when I saw that picture on Instagram. I was like, my two favorite humans.
And
I
then
have
she
to
sent
send
it.
this to
Yeah,
Sarah.
she sent it to me, and I was like, "We're talking about this on the podcast. Let's go." I I honestly I did not expect them to be best friends, so it was very surprising to see them. But I'm full support. Like,
I'm all here for it.
but yeah,
Yeah, it's wild.
I love them. Miss has kind of gotten me into Noah Khan just a little bit. I'm
I
not
have that
like
effect on people.
I wouldn't say I'm like an obsessed fan yet, but like I'm getting there.
That's valid.
Who else do we like? We also like Hosier.
Hosier is a good one. We love Hosier. We love,
um,
I just love the way he is as a person. I just love him as a person.
that's very valid, yes. um, and then now we have to talk about Alex Warren. Okay, we
Yes.
have to. We do. This is kind of like the whole reason why I wanted to do this episode, to be honest,
Valid.
because this man, the amount of mental breakdowns Miss and I have had to each other over Alex is like unreal.
I've like I've like like my entire love life, like expectations for this for my life have like exceeded like probably what's actually supposed to be real or can happen by this human. And I haven't even met the human before. I
And they
don't know him.
and they lived in my state and then they moved. So I don't
Right?
even have a chance to meet them now, but it's fine.
He's coming to Charlotte, which is close to where I live, but I have a wedding the same day
Oh
as
no.
I have this wedding the same day as his concert, so I didn't get tickets because I was like, I should go to this wedding since I'm a bridesmaid.
Yeah, that's a little important. If you were just a guest, I'd be like, how well do you know this person?
Exactly,
But like if you're
exactly.
a bridesmaid, then you yeah, okay. I should have seen him when he was in San Francisco because oh, like the major FOMO right now is like
Right? The day that the concert's gonna come, I'm gonna get major FOMO because my entire TikTok For You page is gonna be him
yep.
in my state, and I'm gonna be a very sad human.
And this brings up an interesting point that I wanted to touch on. But I'm all for, people posting their TikTok videos like at concerts.
Yeah.
When it's someone I really love,
Right?
I get major FOMO and I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry, I have to scroll by because like
And
it's gonna make me sad.
I feel like TikTok does it to you on purpose of like the concerts
Yes.
that you really want to go to. TikTok is like, here, have all of the content from your state, which like could be like 20 minutes down the road, but like here, have all of the content.
Yeah,
TikTok hates us.
it's like they know that you wanted to go, so they're like, now we're gonna torture you by showing you all the videos of them.
It's so annoying.
I'm like, thank you, Chinese spy, but like also
Please leave me alone.
and this is why TikTok cannot be banned. Anyway.
Exactly. Because I hate it, but I also love it.
I know. I'm like, I have such a love-hate relationship with it, honestly, because I'm like, um, uh, wow, train of thought. Okay. I I like it because I get to connect with people, but I hate it
Yeah.
when the algorithm does that, like when it knows
Yeah.
that I'm supposed to be at a concert, but I'm not
Yeah.
there.
I wouldn't have known about Alex Warren without TikTok.
This is also true. Yes.
We wouldn't
But
have been able to live vicariously through his wedding without TikTok.
yes. But so he has a new song coming out,
Boy.
and I swear, if my future husband doesn't write a song about me, I don't want it.
Right? Yeah. Like I texted you at 12:30 in the morning the other day.
Yep.
If I don't find a man that looks at me the way that Alex looks at Kouvr, I don't want it.
Yep. And I love how like we uh wow, I'm like losing all of my words today. It's like I don't know how
Words
to
are
talk.
hard.
um I don't even remember what I was saying.
That's okay.
Oh, no, he okay, yeah. So he was originally gonna release the song on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, no, we want it earlier. So now he's like, okay, you win. I'm releasing it a week early.
You like to bully the man. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So Miss and I will not be okay on February 7th, but that
No.
it is what it is.
We also won't be okay on March 1st.
Yes. And Miss had to remind me and I felt like such a bad fan for like forgetting, but March 1st is the British Music Awards.
Yeah.
And it's rumored that there might be a tribute to Liam.
Yeah.
And a One Direction second unofficial reunion that is
Right?
not at his funeral, which was sad. But
Yeah.
Yeah, so check on your Directioner friends on March 1st, everyone, because we're not okay.
We're not okay.
And then check on your Alex fans on February 7th, because
We're
we're
also
also
not
not
gonna be okay.
But
We're just never okay. It's fine.
moral of the story is we're just constantly dying, but you know what? It's fine.
Exactly. It's why our Discord and messages exist.
Y'all, if you could see our Discord messages, it's like ranting about people or like being like, I need love like this or I don't want it. Like,
At the most ungodly hours too.
yeah, at like 12 a.m. for me and like 3 a or like whatever, 3 a.m., whatever. It's
Yeah,
like,
time differences don't play a good part in our
no.
friendship.
I'm like, I am awake and Miss needs to know about this right now. Like, I don't care if she sees it at like 7 a.m. or whatever, but like, I need to get this
No.
out.
Did you
Yeah,
see that? Did you see that? What's his name? Zayn at his concert. Uh, Louis. Yeah, Louis came and
yes, I saw.
it was amazing, and I love it, and I still don't have words for it because it's just incredible.
And then Liam, Louis pointed like up when he saw the the like thing that Zayn does for me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I just love how, like, as unfortunate as it is that Liam passed away, I feel like it has brought all of the boys closer together. Like
it
it
really
like healed a part of like their friendship and relationship that broke off when Zayn ended up leaving One Direction.
yeah. And oh, I want to talk about that because okay. um now you got me started on Zayn. So I remember this vividly. Like I remember exactly where I was and my exact reaction. It was my senior year. We have this thing called like advisory, which is like study hall basically.
Yeah.
Um, and I was sitting in class not doing work because I'm a senior. I have senioritis. Like, hello. It's like
Good.
March, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and I'm on my phone, but like I'm doing the whole like pretending to work, but I'm like actually on my phone thing.
Right.
Sorry to my government teacher, but I
Oopsies.
definitely was not doing work.
Oopsies.
Anyway, but
I feel like at that point, all the teachers know that like second semester seniors don't really care.
pretty much, yeah. Um, but I was scrolling on my phone on my Facebook, and the first thing that I see, Zayn has left the band. I immediately go into the bathroom, and I remember like crying in the bathroom because I was like a hardcore Zayn girl.
Yeah.
And I came home and I like was a mess and like I told my parents and yeah, it was fun times, fun times.
I think I was in my chorus class when it happened. I was in my chorus class both when ended up leaving the band in high school. And then I was in chorus in high school when One Direction decided that they were going to take their what was supposedly a temporary break.
An 18-month break, yeah.
It's many years later for the people that
I
can't
know
see
it's like
us.
it's been 84 years One Direction. No. I have to say I do appreciate that they still make like anniversary posts like on the
Yeah.
band's anniversary. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously it's not going to be the same without Liam.
Right.
But
I just love that Zayn is coming back though for this supposed reunion. I just think it's so cute that like even though he was the first one to leave the band, he's doing this reunion performance with them.
oh, 100%, yeah. Because I've seen a lot of interviews with him, and he was saying that he does regret leaving.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, and like this is all speculation, but and it might not be related to what happened with, well, it's not really what happened with Liam, but it's like possibly related.
Yeah.
But there's so much pressure on artists that like it can get so overwhelming to the point
Yeah.
where like I don't want to do this. But
Yeah.
the fact that he is coming back to do this reunion performance like
Yeah.
really does say a lot about him, and like that he does still he does still care about his bandmates, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I never really understood when Zayn was first going on tour. A lot of fans were really mad at him for like postponing the tour. After Liam passed away, a lot of fans were really mad at Zayn for postponing the tour. And I remember reading one comment being like, "You weren't even close with Liam. Like, why are you pretending to care?" And I was like, "Excuse me, sir. He's still a human."
Right. And then like when Liam died, you know, I don't know how well versed everyone else is, but I know you and I know this, but there was a lot of stuff going on like with him and his ex fiance. Like he had like there's
Yeah.
he was being sued basically, and like had this
Yeah.
like, and then he was getting dropped by his record label.
Yeah.
Um, like literally, I think the morning of the
Yeah.
incident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, he did have addiction
Hmm.
problems, but he's still a human.
Yeah.
And like, yes, he may have done like we don't have proof that he really did abuse his ex fiance,
Right.
or at least I haven't seen any proof. There might
I
be
haven't
some
either.
stuff. Okay, yeah, okay. Um, and I'm very much like believe victims. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying to not believe her,
Right.
but without like substantiated proof,
Yeah.
it is kind of he said, she said.
Right.
And obviously Liam is no longer here to
To
tell
prove
us,
that. Yeah.
yeah. But regardless, even if he did, he is still a human,
Agreed.
and it's still it's still very sad what happened to him.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot of things that's a lot of like what people don't understand is like they'll try and speculate other people's lives, like thinking that you know them because they're famous and because they put their entire life on the internet, but it's not their entire life on the internet. No one puts like every waking moment on the internet. So like I think that's why there was so much speculation of even how he died because so many people were bullying him to the point where he did show like signs of being depressed and stuff. And so there were speculations of how he died. But like you should just not speculate about people that you don't know, even if they're famous.
Right. And I will say there are, I think, more people getting charged. Um,
I've seen that.
yeah, I think now they're up to like 5 or 6 people that were
Yeah.
charged in connection with his death.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad that it's being looked into and like taken
Yeah.
seriously rather than it just being like, I mean, obviously he's a celebrity, so I feel like that kind of pushed it further,
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that it is being looked into as suspicious and they're not just taking it like, oh, he fell, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, but why,
Yeah, exactly. I think his dad had a lot to do with it being so like
Yeah,
important and stuff because I remember when it all started happening, I started seeing things of his dad like literally being there the moment that like news broke out and he had been there throughout the entire investigation until he was allowed back with Liam's body back to London or whatever. And so I think there was a lot to do with Liam's dad being able to advocate for him and like getting things set straight and being like, no, this is something's fishy going on.
Yeah, definitely. And oh my God, when they put I watched, and Miss knows this because I was freaking out in her DMs about it. But on New Year's Eve, I was watching Anderson Cooper's show, and I forgot that they do it in memoriam during it.
Me too.
And so they played Night Changes, and they had it was Liam's part of him singing it, and I just burst into tears all over again. I was like, and my parents weren't even home, so I had to cry by myself. But it was fine. But yeah, um, was there anything else music wise you wanted to discuss?
Um, no, but this is gonna touch into politics for like 20 seconds.
That's fine.
But but I've heard rumors of people of like artists saying that they're not coming to certain states anymore because of the fact that like certain states were all red or all blue and stuff. And so like people like Kouvr and stuff, he's going on more tour dates, but he left out some tour dates, specifically my state, because he doesn't want to come to North Carolina because it's like it's a red state, and I'm just really mad at life because if I have to lose like seeing artists and seeing my favorite artists who are good people, especially Irish humans who hate our government, um, I'm gonna be a really sad human.
Yeah,
And I don't think
I don't disagree. I actually have not heard that, but I do like I that makes sense, you know. But it is sad because it's I mean, I'm in California, so we're a blue state.
that's fair.
Um, but yeah, like it is sad that like some states lose out just because just because you might not have voted that way.
Yeah.
Now you're losing out because the state as a whole is a red
Yeah.
state, you know? Like, yeah.
Someone suggested that they should do it by counties. Whoever, like whatever county would turn blue, then Hozier can come
Oh
to
my
those
God.
counties.
That would be an interesting idea, actually. One more thing, and then I do want to end this because I don't want it to be too long.
Yeah, yeah.
But kind of talking about like artists and politics. Green Day has been very adamant about their like it's they I saw a video on TikTok the other day because he usually does it during American Idiot.
Yeah,
He was like, I don't want to live in an Elon America, and I was like, yes, Billy Joe, let's go. So I just find that interesting that but then you have an artist like Taylor Swift who has stood against Trump
yeah,
and then she gets hated on
yeah,
and people like Billy Joe, you know, are making it clear like in their songs that they're against them and they don't get any
exactly,
repercussions. It's
exactly.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's also a little bit
I just need,
sexist, but
yeah. I just need Harry Styles to come to the US so that the song I forgot the name of the song but where everyone screams leave America.
oh, as it
I
was,
Yeah, I need that in my life.
yeah.
I need that in my life and I feel like it's going to be louder than ever if he tries to sing it at shows in the US.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I have seen videos of that, but I'm pretty sure he's like, you know, in the UK
Yeah.
and they are the loudest when they say leave America. Like
The UK is done with RBS too.
Honestly, I'm done with our own BS. So
Only been 10 days.
I
Right.
know I'm like, it hasn't even been a whole month, and everything's hitting the fan. Anyway,
That's a
I did
different
make a
episode.
yes. I go watch the previous episode where I rant about that. But thank you, Miss, for joining me to
Of
rant and
course.
yap about music and our very flawed sense of need for love because of Alex Warren. But
Alex Warren, if you're watching this, you're paying for our therapy bills.
yep. But I will see everyone in the next episode, and yeah.